Greetings from Podcastville. The church of what's happening now is brought to you by On It. Listen, when it comes to supplements, they're the ones. They got a great sale going on right now on the protein, on the whey protein. They got, oh my God, they got the Alpha Brain in the powder form now that you could just put into a water. They got Alpha Brain. They got Shroom Tech. I mean, listen, they never seem to cease to amaze me. That's why I love On It. Most thing is, Alpha Brain's their flagship, 100% money back guaranteed. They don't even want the product back if it don't work out for you. Go to onit.com right now and press in church and get 10% off your first order delivered to your house. Number 2, the church would love to welcome Upstart. As most of you have found out the hard way, getting into debt is easy. Getting out is hard, all right? Especially if your FICO score isn't great. Thankfully now, there's Upstart.com. The revolutionary new lending platform that knows you're more than just a credit score. And it offers smarter interest rates to help you pay off those high-interest credit card debt. Upstart goes beyond the traditional FICO score when assessing your credit worthiness. They reward you based on your education and your job history in the form of a smarter interest rate, huh? Come on now. See why Upstart is ranked number 1 in their category with over 300 businesses on Trustpilot, and hurry to upstart.com/church. That's upstart.com/church to find out how low your Upstart rate is. Checking your rate only takes a few minutes and it won't affect your credit. That's upstart.com/church. Kick this motherfucking mule, Lee. It's fucking Thursday morning. This is the type of music I put on in the morning when I want to stab a motherfucker. When I'm leaving the house ready to fucking take care of business, this is the type of shit I put on. This, the Allman Brothers whipping post. I remind myself that I'm a piece of shit and I'm going out there to earn what's coming to me. You understand me? To take back what fucking belongs to me. Anyway, we got no guests. It's Uncle Joey and the fucking the crazy fucking Jew over here. I want to talk to you people about something real serious. I'll get you in and out of here today. I got things to do and people to see myself. You know, every couple of weeks we do a one and we pick a topic. And I'll tell you what topic has been lacking completely lately. And it lacked from my life from a long fucking time. And I had a little bit of it, but it wasn't until I got burnt and realized I was a piece of shit without it that you don't even think about. And that word is called respect. And I'm not talking about respect like in the movies, like on The Sopranos or in a mafia movie. There's so much respect. Where's the mafia? They all rat on each other. Where's that respect? My point is just the respect of that. When I was younger, I was taught to respect people with white hair, you know, older people, and I did that. I listened to my mother and I paid attention. But I had no respect for society. What did that mean? I lit fires, I threw things out my window, you know, I fucking threw fucking rocks off the bridge in Union City when cars were going under the underpass. I mean, I had no respect. And I was a kid and I was stupid, and we're all stupid when it comes to that point. But I also had no respect when I turned 16, 17, 18. First of all, I didn't have respect for myself because I was doing drugs. So when you're fucking doing shit you're not supposed to be doing and thieving, you have taken away the respect for yourself. And once you take away the respect for yourself, what's left? You really going to respect somebody who tells you to be there 8 in the morning? No, because you took away the respect from your life by crossing personal lines that you're not supposed to fucking cross. So it's so weird how it took me going to jail. It took me doing a lot of things to get that respect. And it wasn't, and if you want me to tell you it was jail that taught me respect, it wasn't. It was one thing. It was the religion that got me to where I am today, and it's called comedy. Comedy taught me that you had to have so much respect. I love when you guys put, hey, get, you know, Johnny Watson or put Joe Bananas on the show. Listen, first of all, I don't know these people. I don't know these people. I don't want to know them. Would you invite somebody to your house you didn't know? No, I don't know these fucking people, all right? I got my little back cave here. It's fenced off. We got cameras here. I don't want nobody here. You don't want me at your house, and I don't want you at my fucking house, all right? When I look at different comics that I bring in here, you might not agree with them because they're female, they're male, maybe they're prop act, but I've known them a lot longer than you do, and they gained my respect by something that they did. Do you think Rogan gained my respect by going to the UFC, or he gained my respect because he could throw a kick, or he did DMT? That's not how he got my respect. He got my respect because when he was on the show making an enormous amount of money on NBC called News Radio, after he would tape on Fridays, he would still come down to the comedy show to pick up his $15 check. There's people that can't fucking walk after taping a fucking TV show for 12 hours. Never mind drive to the comedy store afterward and do a $15 fucking set. Why would you be making fucking, I don't even know what he was making, but why would you be, that's when they were paying on sitcoms. Why would you be making all that money and then stop what you're doing and go to the comedy store for $15? That showed me a different type of respect. That showed me that even when you get a TV show, you have to continue grinding. Because if that show gets canceled, then you're going to be a fucking mutt. You were too busy spending money, hanging out with Jennifer Aniston at the fucking whatever. You're a big shot now. But you turned your back on the most important thing, which is comedy. That's a complete different story. Respect is huge when you become a comedian. It's huge. It becomes bigger. Why do you think I tell you motherfuckers to respect little things? Because little things become big things. I've sat here with Lee and told Lee 1,000 reasons why you eat the certain things you do. And it's not even for your health. That's how I started. With respect. You're from the East Coast. How are you going to eat fucking... What's that pizza you used to go to and stand online with those fucking Gentiles?
Oh, Pizza Ref.
How are you going to do that?
Yeah.
And you have to put your foot down as an East Coaster and go, I'm not eating that. I'm not eating that. I don't care if it's the last pizza on earth. I'm not eating that. And that's it. And you don't eat. It starts with little things. You know, little things of respect. Bro, I will not even look at that motherfucker who played Charles Bronson the mechanic. I think that was the biggest breach of disrespect in the history of fucking film. And then to chop up the movie, and you're sitting there going, Joey, are you fucking serious? I am fucking serious. I am fucking serious. You know, I have a dear friend who listens to the podcast. His name is George. His mom was a fucking tremendous cook. Rest in peace. I loved her with all my heart. Let me tell you how fucking crazy I am, okay? When, in 1933, which made me 30 years old, when I got serious about stand-up, that was when I really jumped into stand-up, was in 1993. She asked me one day, you know, what do you want to eat or something? She made a spaghetti and clam sauce. I don't know what that. She was half Panamanian and something else, but it didn't matter. She made a spaghetti and clam sauce that would knock your fucking socks off. The sauce was creamier than usual. You ever get spaghetti and clam sauce? It's like pasta with a broth on top, and they throw a bunch of clams. That's not spaghetti and clam sauce. That's some fucking malfunction that you fucking learned somewhere along the line. You know, well, it's got a lot of clams in it. Yeah, but it's just a fucking chicken soup broth. I'm talking about when it goes into the pasta, when you bite the pasta. These fucking idiots forgot what that is. But anyway, to make a long story short, we're talking one day, and she says to me that, what do you want? I go, I want you to make me spaghetti and clam sauce. All right? So the next day, I saw my buddy, Chrissy Fish, and I asked him for a bag of clams, and he gave me a beautiful bag of these fucking clams. They were fucking fresh. I just got them from the fish market. He had just gotten them from the fish market that morning. I took the fucking crabs. I borrowed his truck. I took the clams, borrowed his truck, drove to Mitzi's at about 12 o'clock. She was just getting ready for her day, and I go, Mitz, here's the clams for the spaghetti and clam sauce. Boom. She's like, they're fucking beautiful. Where'd you get these? They were like those nice cherry stones, whatever the fuck. I come back that night, 8 o'clock. Now, listen. I'm the type of dude that once you tell me you're making something, that's all I'm thinking about all day. If you tell me you're going to make me chicken cutlets with cream corn and mashed potatoes, and I get over your house and there's a salad, we don't talk. That's not what was on the menu. That's not how you got me here. You lied to me. I'll eat the chicken cutlets and I'll eat the salad, but now I got to put you on the to-watch list like you're a fucking terrorist, because you fucked with my emotions. All day I was thinking about those mashed potatoes and the fucking cranberry juice with the seltzer in it, you know what I'm saying? Then you have like fucking Diet Coke. I need this. What happened to the cranberry juice with the seltzer? Anyway, to make a long story short, I get to fucking Mitzi's house at 8 o'clock. I stop. I got off the bus and walked like a mile to get an extra piece of nice bread. I get to a house. I go, Mitz. And George was there. I don't know if George was there. Grandma was there. I go, Mitz, what's up? She goes, I'm in the back. Help yourself. It's beautiful. Now, when I walked in, I smelt this weird odor, right? I smelt this odor that I knew I did not like, but it didn't matter because I was there for the spaghetti and clam sauce. When I opened the pot to the spaghetti and clam sauce, the odor hit me in my face, and the thing was like green. I slammed the thing down. She came in. She's like, you going to get a plate? I go, Mitz, what is this? And she goes, that's spaghetti and clam sauce. But I tried a new recipe. I put curry in it. I fucking took my hat, put it on, and I walked out of there. And I didn't talk to her for probably 2 years after that. That's how serious I am, that she insulted me that dearly. A couple of years before that, I went to Thanksgiving at some fucking bitch's house over here. Some skinny little white bitch here in L.A. She was a casting director. Thanksgiving at 9 o'clock. Who has Thanksgiving at 9 o'clock at night? So all day long you got to sit there and eat crackers by yourself. I knew there was a rat, but I had agreed to it, and all my friends were going to go up there, so I went with these fucking morons. My wife was my girlfriend at the time. We had been dating for about 2 years. She advised me not to do it. So let's have Thanksgiving in the house. Me, I was trying to be Johnny Nice Guy. I get up there, and she served those potatoes that come from a box. You know, those mashed potatoes.
Instant mashed potatoes, yeah.
When I see instant mashed potatoes, I think of prison. And I think of Papillon. I think of bad situations in my life. Because I grew up, I'm 56 years old, and I can tell you that seriously, I don't know anybody who ever used boxed mashed potatoes.
They're so easy to make. Why would you?
Listen, just shut up.
No, I'm saying regular mashed potatoes are easy to make.
Oh, sorry. Then.
Oh, no.
I think you're going to tell me that.
No, I'm not that lazy.
Like, I'm not going to fucking talk to you. Like, if you use mashed potatoes out of a box, I can't come over to your house. I really can't. It's just a lack of respect. Like, you can't put a potato and boil it and chop it up. Even fucking Mortadella over here just said it's easy to make mashed potatoes. A little sour cream, a little milk. Even me, that's the worst cook in the world, I could put together mashed potatoes. Let me tell you something. And then she stuffed the turkey. No, it didn't end there. It didn't end there. Like, my blood pressure didn't fucking go over 2,000 over.
And this is how many years ago? 20 years ago?
This had to be 15 fucking years ago. Okay. She was dating a guy named Vinny, a real fucking loser. And I was planning on robbing Vinny. Vinny had owed the government money, and he was stashing 200 large in the trunk of his car and drive around with it.
Oh, no.
And this girl was flapping her mouth telling people, and she didn't know I was ready to take this guy out. He just had a secured gate. I had to figure out how to get to the secure gate and hide. And then I would call her. She'd come down with him, and I'd clock him in the head. But she's a nice kid. She's from Texas. You know, she was like a Jersey girl. I could set him up, and we'd split the money. Because what the guy wasn't going to say nothing. Another guy weighed 80 pounds, and that's if he had 2 rocks in his pocket. I swear to God, this is how broke I was at the time. She told me one day, she's like, he has a lot of money because he owes the IRS money. So he keeps it in the trunk of his car. I'm like, that's all I needed to know.
I'm surprised
I walked over there a couple of nights and cased it out. He parked his car right next to the fucking sliding gate, too. So all I had to do was wait for the gate to open, slide, and hide under the car. I was a little fat at the time. So if I got under the fucking car, I would have tipped it over. Like, half of it would have been fucking on 2 legs. So I would have to hide behind the car with a pipe and hit him and make sure there was no cameras and dress in black. And then I couldn't put my wife in on it, so that means I had to walk. I couldn't borrow her car.
You really thought this whole thing out?
Oh, yeah. No. This is what people like me do.
So
They lived, you know when you make, they lived on Orange between Hollywood Boulevard and Franklin.
Okay.
So the 101 has access right there. All I got to do is go up, fucking boom, and I'm on the 101. That wasn't the problem. I didn't want to do it in a car because the only car I had access to was, see, if I was in Jersey, I could borrow any of my friends' cars, not even tell them.
Right.
Let them get a call and let them get surprised, and they get mad at me, and then it all goes away because it wasn't them. I would switch the plates and get a different plate and borrow their car.
Oh,
and shit. I thought about doing the same thing with my wife. It takes you 10 minutes to steal plates from you. You know how many packages they stole from your house?
Yeah.
You can steal plates from the fucking parking garage.
Oh,
Nobody
I'm
would
sure.
ever know. Just steal 2 plates, put them on your fucking car, because you're only going around the corner. So you drive side streets, but it was Terry's car, and it was in her name, and she didn't need the fucking dough. So I just figured, since they only lived about a mile from my house, it was even easier. I could bang him on the head, take the package, put it in my own bag, drop his bag there with gloves, walk out onto Franklin, walk down Franklin to Highland, and just hoof it down the block to fucking Hollywood Boulevard. There I am with 800 people. Good luck.
Yeah.
This was way before technology and the face stuff, and he wouldn't have caught me, and he wouldn't have said nothing.
So what did she put in that turkey to make you hate him so much?
A fucking a duck.
Oh, she made a turducken?
A turducken. And I didn't get the surprise till I tasted it, and it tasted like fucking somebody's asshole. So I put the fork down, and probably I was ready to start fucking crying. And my wife saw me that I was ready to cry. So I basically got up and went outside and smoked like 18 cigarettes because I was so angry. And I grabbed my wife and I said, let's get the fuck out of here. The point is, I didn't talk to Stacy from November of that year till like the following June. And when she called me, I was still so mad. Like, she kept calling me. She kept calling me like, why isn't you talking to me? What's the problem? And one night I was all fucked up, and she called me, and I saw it was her. And she kept, I don't know how I knew what she wanted. Oh, when she called me, she goes, I need to know why you are so angry with me. And I go, what you need to do is get a cookbook. And I hung up on her. And I hung up on her. That's how pissed off I was at her, because I know her really well. I love her to death. But I thought that she knew better. She's from fucking Texas. Who makes fucking mashed potatoes out of a box in Texas? That's what happens to white people from Texas when they come up here. They start hanging with these fucking granola heads and these fucking
oh my God,
these non-gluten head motherfuckers, and then they become soft. I've seen it 1,000 times. Some Texans are fucking tough to the death. I love Texans. I ain't saying nothing bad about Texans, but she's one of those Texans that's like from Houston, from the yuppie side, and they jump up and down and all that shit. I still love her. I still talk to her 3 times a week. I break her balls. But my point is that
little things become big things.
Little things become big things, and it's a joke for some people, and it's a joke, but I take it that seriously. Because if I didn't take the little things that seriously, I wouldn't take the big things that seriously. When you become a comedian, there's different protocols that you have to do and you have to respect. And if you go outside those protocols, then we have nothing. It's like everything else in life. I love the UFC. I love to watch fights. Who doesn't? Who doesn't want to see a fight? But I'll tell you what I didn't like. I didn't like the UFC when they started with the trash talking. Because, like I've always said, what Lee Sayek could get away with and what Joe Diaz could get away with is 2 different things. And what Joe Diaz could get away with and Joe Rogan could get away with is 3 completely different things. So even with the UFC, that little lack of respect, and no disrespect to him, it started with Chael Sonnen and Anderson Silva. And if you listen to the tapes and whatever, as much as I like Chael, there were some awkward things said that, listen, you want to call me fat, ugly, you went to prison, blah, 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 blah. That's understandable. I put that out there. So these are my choices. Once you go beyond that barrier, then it becomes personal. And now you're baiting me, and now I understand what you're doing psychologically. Didn't work for Chael. It didn't work for fucking McGregor against Khabib. It's a respect thing. Masvidal got asked the same thing a couple of weeks ago, and he gave his answer. And I put over it that it was white privilege, and people got pissed off at me. It's the truth. Some people could say some things, and let's just do this. Let's nobody say nothing. Let's nobody say nothing. Let's go back to being gentlemen, and we won't have this fucking problem. There's somewhere, it's a martial art. There has to be a respect. There's something I hate more than anything in life. More than anything in life, when I go to a martial arts class. And it only happens in California. When I was in Jersey, as a kid, as a child, where do you think I got that thing from? If a martial arts class started at 4, you had to be there at 3:45. Not 3:55, not 3:50, not 3:51, not 3:48. 3:45, You had to go in the back, take your slippers off, put your fucking gi on, or if you walked in with your gi. You ever see those fat little kids with a gi on at McDonald's after class and you want to smack the parents? Take the gi off. Now everybody knows your little fat faggot takes karate and they're going to pick on him even more now. It's unbelievable. Take the fucking gi off. You got him at a fucking McDonald's with a karate suit on like he's fucking Bang Hung Hoon. Take the fucking suit off, all right? Give the kid a break. He looks like a dummy as it is. Now you got a karate suit on the fucking kid in a fucking Burger King, you fucking mutt. Anyway, so...
who's Bang Hung Hoon?
I don't know.
Okay.
Some fucking Chinaman. I don't fucking know. What are you bothering me for?
I'm sorry.
You know, you dressed up like the Korean dictator at fucking Dan Tanner's with that fucking Eddie Munster suit on. You need that shit in your life? Just wear the cloak and bow. That's all you need to do.
I'm sorry.
Fucking, it's serious. So, you broke my fucking train of thought, cocksucker. So what I'm trying to say is here.
Yeah, you had to get there early to get
You got to get there early. You know, in California, these people walk in after the warm-ups. They walk in during the warm-ups. Oh, God forbid there's a celebrity in the class. You got to see how he acts. You think he does the warm-up? Nah, he'll take two barbells and start doing curls just to show that he's a celebrity. That's why most of the celebrities, just the fucking teachers tell them they got to do privates because then you can do whatever the fuck you want. Remember, if you book a private with John Jock, it's $400 an hour. If you show up at 10 after 4, that's 10 minutes out of your time. He's still going to stop the fucking thing at 4 o'clock. He's only going to give you a dead hour. And that's the respect you have to give people. But most importantly, it's the respect that you give around you. Let me tell you something. In comedy, I've had a few fallouts with people, but it's just like life. It's just like, I know the people who listen to the podcast are very nice people. But I know that you don't like some of the people in your office. I know that maybe your boss, you don't like them. We're not programmed to like everybody. God wants us to love everybody, and we do, in a sense, until they rear-end us, and then they got no insurance. You know what I'm saying? Somebody rear-ends you, they got no insurance. You're going to get fucking pissed off at them.
But you can respect everyone. Doesn't mean you have to like them.
Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. So just listen, there's 1,000 comics that I don't want to hang out with. I don't want to take them to dinner. I barely want to see them at the club. But I respect them for what they did. I knew about a situation in their life where they were down, just like every other fucking comic, and they took a negative and turned it into a positive. You know, I could tell you 30 of those fucking stories and why these people are my personal heroes. From Felipe Esparza to Kevin Hart to Bill Burr. You know, I saw these guys in a flip moment. 10 years ago, if you'd have came to me when Kevin Hart's show failed on ABC and told me he was going to sell more tickets than any fucking band in the fucking world last year, I'd say to you, I could see it, and I wish it does, but I can't see it. But he knew something I didn't. When I saw Bill Burr after the show got canceled in 98, and he was upset that this was the biggest shot of his life and it's blown, I knew, first off, when Bill Burr told me that, I knew his world wasn't over. There was no fucking way. I just knew it. He was too funny even back fucking then. He was hysterical. So I knew his world wasn't over. He regrouped, took a plan, and now you have to give him the respect he fucking deserves. Just because you may not like a fucking comic, well, I saw his special, and you could name me any comic, and I'll show you a certain respect level that I have for them. Jim Carrey, I'm not a big fucking Jim Carrey fan. Oh yeah, I'm a fan of his first fucking 2 movies, but after that I heard a couple things. I've seen him a couple times. He put me on his TV show. I'm not a big Jim Carrey fan as a fucking, like, I'm supposed to fall over myself like most people are. But I will tell you fucking that he lived in a van for a long time with his fucking family, and that every dime he has today, he deserves for what he went through. I know what it is to sleep in a van. I know what it is to sleep in a park. I know what it is to sleep in a fucking apartment. I know what it is to sleep in a house. You know, when I went on the road with Joe Rogan, I know what it is to sleep in the Four Seasons, and I also know what it is to go on the road on a triple run and know how to sleep on a Motel 6 that smells like fucking, you know, like you're in fucking Baghdad. You know, between the gunpowder and the sandal dust, You don't know what's worst, you know. So my point is that you get to respect certain people, even if you don't like them, for what they've done. You know, when you're a comedian, you get certain times. Like when Lee goes with me in the Ice House last week. Lee got 10 minutes, Rachel got 15.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now you get a thing called the light. Lee, the guy will come up to Lee and Lee, how many minutes you doing? Lee will look at me. I will give him 10, give Rachel 20, and I'll give me a light at 40. Okay? When that light comes on, that means to wrap it the fuck up. That means no matter where you were, wrap it the fuck up. Listen, if you do 11 and destroy them, I'm not going to get mad at you. Right. If you do 13 and the place looks like the fucking garlic festival, you know what I'm saying? Like there's bodies everywhere and they're running out like Godzilla's showing up.
Right.
I'm not mad at you.
Oh, that's a good thing. Okay. I thought the garlic festival was bad. Okay.
I'm not mad at you at all. You know, when I go on stage, if I get a light at 40 and I'm supposed to get off at 50 and I do 56, I'm not really mad at me at all. Like, I understand those things. You're in a momentum type era. It's when I give Lee the light and he doesn't just wrap it up, but he starts another bit and another bit.
Right.
And he'll do 21. And yeah, he did okay. And I'm proud of him and all. But he did something along the line that you're not supposed to do. He went over his light. Okay? So when you go over your light, you're telling me as a comic that you really don't give a fuck about you or the rest of the show. Let me tell you something. I know when I'm fucking bombing. Nobody has to tell me. When I did New Orleans this year, I felt I wasn't getting the reception. Maybe my timing was off. The humidity. I failed you guys. You know, when I went to Charlotte, I had good sets. And when I went to Columbus, I had great sets. But last night, I ate 2 dicks. I went out to the Comedy Store. I did Rogan's show. Didn't really connect with them. And the original room, I didn't really connect with them either. I get that. I'm going to tell you what I don't like. If I'm having a bad set, just out it. Just out it at your time. Don't stay up there and make it worse and run the light and then ruin the show for you, them, and the comics behind you. Because you're part of something bigger than you. When you go up there and run the light, you're telling me that you don't give a fuck about us. That you don't give a fuck about the other comics. Well, listen, I'm not going to lie to you. When I was a feature act, and I went to the Comedy Store, and I got really good at featuring. What's really good at featuring? A deadly 25. I had a deadly 25. If you gave me 35, I wouldn't even be close in how good I was. I had that 25-minute spot to a fucking death sentence. And from the 21st minute to the 20th or the 29th, from the 21st minute to the 25th, you were going to roll. You were going to die. Now, there was a couple clubs I was going to where the owner would pull me aside and say, listen, this headliner tonight is going to have a hard time following you. I want you to whip him a little bit because he sucks dick and he's been asking me for more money. So if you whip him a little bit, I did that. And I got to tell you something that I didn't know then, but I know now, or I realized years later, that was wrong. That was wrong. Because I shouldn't have been going up there as a feature act and trying to steal the show. A couple of weeks ago, Lee asked me what was the difference between going on the road and doing a show at the Comedy Store. And I said, when I go on the road, I go to give you a show. When I go to the Comedy Store, I go to be remembered. I did not say I'm going there to take over the show or to be the funniest guy. Did I say those words?
No.
No. I said to be remembered. What does that mean? To do the best I could do, to leave my heart on the fucking stage, and to make you laugh, okay? When I'm bailing, when I'm dying, once that light comes on, I know I died. I know I failed you as a comic, and I failed myself as a comic. I feel bad enough. I'm getting the fuck off there. But you ever go to a room where the guy is bombing or the woman is bombing, and she gets a light and then she extends it, and now you ever nail the coffin all the way around? The coffin's already shut. Now you're just nailing the middle to fuck with the guy, like to be like your Chinese torture bed or whatever the fuck they call them, like a bed of nails. That's disrespectful because you're really ruining the show. I'm gonna tell you guys something, okay? Right off the bat, and I don't know what you guys think. Like right now, they're getting me they want me to add second shows to these theaters, and I don't want to do it. And I'll tell you why. Because I don't get to see you guys after the show. I don't like 2-show nights because I cannot shake your hand. The shows, we have so much little time in between shows that they need to seat. And it's just too crowded in these comedy clubs. I stick around for the second show and I shake hands and I take pictures. When I go to a theater, I come out. The reason why I'm not adding an extra shows in the Borgata is because of that. I don't want to. You guys sold that out in a fucking week. What am I going to do? Let you guys come in for the early show? I want to come out there. I want to walk around. I want to gamble a little bit. I want to talk some shit. You know. Now, when I do those 2-show nights, let me tell you something. If you came to Columbus or you came to Charlotte this year, any of my shows, you guys know that when I finish at 52 or 56, I still got another 15 minutes left. You do know that. I got another 15 minutes left. Especially if I open up with material out of the air and I buy myself time, I got another 15 minutes left that I could give you. But I can't give it to you. Do you know why? Because there's people outside standing in line. And they could be out there in the fucking rain. And you ever show up somewhere and there's a long line and like, what's going on? Well, the comic went late, so now the show's going to run late. Now these poor fucking people are standing outside. So yeah, by me doing some more time and you guys getting a longer show, I'm fucking the people in the second show because I'm making them stand out there like fucking mooks on the middle of the street. Lee Sayette, do I stand on line anywhere?
No.
I refuse. I don't need to go there that bad. When I fly, I have clear. That's to avoid the line. When I fly, I cut. What I tell you guys, whether I got first class ticket or not, I got on the first class line. There's always 3 people on there. I don't give a fuck. I'm not standing on that fucking line. And if you don't let me in, I'll leave for an hour and I'll come back and try it again. But I don't want to stand on line. Me going to Austin to stand on line for barbecue, you got a better chance of seeing your mom in a high school porno than fucking thinking I'm going to go to Austin and stand on line for your fucking meat. You're out of your fucking mind. You better hire more people or fucking get your productivity levels up. But me standing on line is not a cool fucking thing for me. It never has. And if you like standing on line, you know what? You better rethink your fucking life. I don't want to stand on line. So I know when I'm on stage, I got extra fucking time. But guess what? I got to respect those people out there. And you know what? Out of respect, I'll give them the same 54-minute show. Because I don't want nothing. I don't want you to bump into one of them and to one of them to say, well, he did an hour and 15. Oh, fuck. He only did 52 with us. It was so fast. So I'm always thinking about the respect factor. I didn't have that train of thought when I was a fucking civilian. I didn't give a fuck about nothing. Fences, doors, windows. I didn't give a fuck about rules. But for you to get anywhere in life, it starts with responsibility, and responsibility is cousins to respect. Responsibility is a direct cousin to fucking respect. Because without responsibility, you won't have no respect. And without respect, you won't have no fucking responsibility. I could say to you guys, you know what? I'm coming to fucking the Borgata DC next week, the Lincoln Theater. Do I have to get on stage some night? I don't have to do shit. I could go into fucking Lincoln, into DC next Friday without doing a fucking set till then. I take my chances, and I don't really give a fuck whether you like me or not, or whether you're happy or not. Do you think I would do something like that to you guys? Not at all. I'm doing 2 shows tomorrow night. I'm doing a show Sunday night. and I'll do 2 shows Tuesday night. And then I get on a plane. I'll do another show Thursday night. So I'm ready for you guys. And I'm not saying I'm not going to bomb. I might bomb. The percentages are on the wall. But guess what? I bombed twice last night. So I got those 2 bombs out of the way for the fucking week or 2. You know what I'm saying? So that's my percentages. I don't have to get on stage. I don't even have to write. Do you think I would do that to you guys? I want to show up there so you guys can go. Last time he was here, he said that joke, but I didn't hear that. That whole new first 30 was all fucking new. That's called respect. You know what, guys? I get calls from fucking people all the time. Joey, your ticket prices are too low. Why don't the fuck you do your ticket prices higher? You could charge $45. You could do this. First of all, somebody tweeted me something yesterday that they paid for a fucking ticket and they got an $18 fucking service fee. Do you think I make any money out of that service fee? Do you think I'm happy about that $18 fucking dollars on top of what they're charging me to play that fucking theater? No, I'm not happy about it, but there's nothing we could do. It's a cost of doing business. Pearl Jam went to war with fucking Ticketmaster in the 90s. A lot of you were too young to remember. And they lost, and they could only do 4 Ticketmaster shows a year, and they had to go on tour with fucking different bands, and it was a nightmare. Or what would you want me to play? Some fucking rock and roll club where you're going to get hit in the head with a fucking bottle? So I got no fucking choice. Yeah, I could go back to the club, and after I saw the $18 service charge, I will go back to a club. And guess what? I'll keep my tickets moderately. Why? It's called respect. I'm not, if I charge you $45, what's that going to do? It's not going to make me or break me. It's not going to turn me into a fucking multimillionaire. So why would I break you? Because I know in my heart that you have a babysitter, you have drinks before, a restaurant. You have so many hidden costs beside that $30 ticket. Parking, a condom, whatever the fuck there's cost. So if I fucking say, yeah, $48, $50, I saw some ticket prices this year for shit that I almost fucking died. I don't know how these fucking people could sleep at night. Listen, the Stones, they want 900, they deserve 900. That's 50 years, bitch. When you're doing something 50 years, whether it's sucking dick or playing fucking the drums, I'll give you fucking 900 a ticket. You know what I'm saying? They want like 900 a ticket. The Stones deserve it. But I see ticket prices that I don't know how people could sleep at night. When I go to a Dodger game, do you know how guilty I feel? Because I know the normal family of 4 cannot go to these games at these ticket prices unless they sit with animals. And so their 2 little kids got to hear fuck, shit, cocksucker, cunt, fat fuck, pitch all fucking night and smell pot and see syringes. You never know what the fuck you're going to see at these stadiums or get hit in the head with a bottle. So the normal American family, when I was a kid, you know how guilty I feel that I went to 200 fucking Knick games growing up? Minimum. 200 Knick games. I don't know how many fucking concerts I went to. $12.50 a ticket, $8.50 a ticket, $5 a ticket. Now a fucking Laker game is $300. A family of 4, what are they going to get $1,200 from? Plus $50 to park, plus that $18 hot dog. That's not respecting your fans. That's not respecting nothing. That's just going. You see what we get robbed at every fucking level of our day. Whether it's flying, there's always that hidden fucking fee, So respect to me has been all around this game. Whether it's doing my time on stage. Listen, man, I could look you all in the face and tell you in 22 years, I ran the light one time at the Comedy Store. It was a month ago. Wow. I saw the light. I thought I saw it. I didn't see it. You know how many joints I smoke in a day. I didn't know what I fucking saw. You know how many times I've come off before I even saw the light because people have flashed a picture at me and I thought it was a light? So I've been in all those places, but I ran the light for the first time in 22 years at the store a month ago on a Saturday night at 9:15 because I was closing the show and I didn't really know how much distance I had. That was the first time ever. Nobody's ever had to come up to me and say something to me. Nobody's had to come up to me. And you know what? If you know anything about me, I'm the type of guy that would do 25 and walk off and go, what the fuck are you looking at? But that really wouldn't make me a comic. As it is already, I'm not part of the team. You don't see my pictures of half these joints. Nobody talks to me. I don't get invited to festivals. The only one that invites me to festivals is my fucking man Jay and fucking crazy man, the fucking
Louis
Puerto Rican.
J. Gomez.
Louis J. Gomez. Nobody else. You think I get invited to the Big Sky Festival, all these little festivals? Will I go anyway? Not really. But, you know what I'm saying? I mean, nobody thinks of me for that shit, which is good because I won't go anyway. But that's big for me.
So where, I mean, I know you're going to say respect, but going back 40 years, you were breaking into things. And now, like, so what change happened that now you feel bad for people because they can't afford to go to a doctor? Like that's a big switch.
When I didn't have respect for myself, I obviously didn't have respect for nothing around me. Okay. As I got older, as I saw the loser that I was, it was proven to me. I know for a fact that when I started respecting things, I came around more as a human being than what I was. You know, to some people, I joke around. I was in bad shape, guys. From the ages of 19 to 31 or 32, I was not a normal individual. I did a lot of bad things. I robbed a lot of things. I robbed fucking Christmas. I mean, it didn't stop. My fingers, I was sticky fingers. I know what it is to be sticky fingered. You know, it would make my dick get hard. I don't know why. I don't know why. Does it make my dick get hard like that? No. I goof around. I tell you guys I rob lighters for selling. I don't have the heart. I know it's bad karma and whatever. For years, I had no respect for anything. Through the years from doing comedy, I learned respect. I learned how cheering against somebody is not good. You know, when they're on stage, you cheer for them to do well. You cheer for your friends, the comics around you. You know, you help other comics, the people that are around you. You throw them gigs, or you give them a sheet of paper with a bunch of Booker's numbers on it. You know, when I started, people would give me Booker's numbers constantly. Here you go, man. Call them. Do the work. Call them. Send the tape. Call them, you know. So because of that respect I got in the comedy world, it taught me something. Like, it just taught me to tighten my game and the respect I had to have for people. You know, like I said, just because I don't agree with your politics, if you did something, like I don't like politics, but one of my favorite guys in politics is Ross Perot, God rest his soul. I respect something that he did. He went to an American family, that their family had gotten kidnapped in Iran or one of those countries in 80-something, 70s, and he told them, he promised them he'd be home by Christmas Day, and he kept his promise. That's what a man does. That made me respect him. You know, I went to prison. It pities me. It makes me sad when we give people respect who did something disrespectful kind of in a way to get to where they were. If I was still selling coke, or I was a thief, or I still burnt people, then I wouldn't deserve your respect. But because of the time I put in, the years of sacrifice, the sleeping on Greyhound buses, you know, this was not, I mean, you guys have been posting pictures of me in Scare Tactics, and today somebody posted a picture of me in something old. It's not like I just popped up on YouTube one day and I'm a YouTube sensation. I've been busting my hump doing this since 1991. And that means something. That really means something. Even today, if I was doing comedy and I was still fighting for my life in bars with Lee and getting $200 a night and all that type of shit, guess what, guys? I would still respect myself the way I am now for putting in the work and sticking with it. You know what, man? When you come to me and you say you quit because you didn't think you had the chops, I'll tell you what, the truth of the matter is, over the years, I've met people in this town that I've had deep, philosophical, deep conversations. I gave them hours of my time. I gave them hours of my soul. I turned them on to things. And one day I bumped into them and they go, I don't do comedy no more. Was I mad at them? Not at all. Was I upset with them? I don't know what their situation is. You know, I bumped into Stephanie Escajeda. Stephanie Escajeda used to be Duncan's girlfriend. Very funny comic. She got sick for a while. She got back. She fell in love and she got married. I've always loved Stephanie Escajeda. Me and Stephanie Escajeda went to fucking La Jolla. We used to go together as a couple, like not as a couple, but she was my feature act, and I would take her down, and she slept in the living room, and she's a Spanish girl, came from great stock. Her family's are doctors in Mexico, and they ran a hospital. Just great, phenomenal woman. Fucking, guess what, man? She met a guy, and they fell in love, and she got knocked up, and she had a kid. He's a writer, and if you watch TV at night, she's in every 2 commercial breaks. She's in a fucking commercial. When I bumped into her, I gave her a hug, I gave her a kiss, I got in the car. Was I mad at her for quitting? She goes, I don't go down there no more. I gave it up. She goes, I miss it. She goes, I still write jokes, and I still tell myself I'm going to go up. But she's like, Joey, I'm a mom. Did I get mad at her? No, I didn't get mad at her at all. Was I disappointed? No, I wasn't disappointed at all. Guess what? She's still booking commercials. She's still taking what she learned at the Comedy Store and applying her trade. And every time I see her on TV, I fucking cheer for her, you know. But I bumped into people that came here, and and I'm not saying they took something from you personally. They took 10 minutes of your time. I saw them at the store talking to Rogan. I saw them asking questions here. And one day out of nowhere, left field, they're like, I quit comedy to be a producer. I can't deal with you. Because you put so much time into it. You put so much time into it, and in the last fucking minute, you just gave it all up. Did I lose respect for you? Listen, no, not at all. But I lost a little bit of respect for you. Not that I won't talk to you, not that I won't help you if you're in a jam, but I lost a little bit of respect for you because of how you're going to feel. If you don't think I feel terrible about myself for what I did when I was 15 years old, when I quit basketball, you got another thing coming. One confession I can make to you guys is that I recently got comfortable watching basketball again, maybe 10 years ago. For years, I didn't even watch the NBA. I didn't even watch college, because even though I turned out to be fucking 5'10" and 500 fucking pounds, I was still mad at myself for quitting basketball when I was 15 years old. Till this day, I'm still mad at a couple things that I did, that I never forgave myself. I never forgave myself for quitting karate. I never forgave myself for quitting basketball. You know, a couple things, but those are the most two, because I just gave up on them. That was the type of person I was then. I had no respect for myself. I just gave up. One day, just gave up. No fight, no nothing. I put an end date, and I gave it up, and I stuck to the end date. You know, at least I was good about that. I respected the date. For karate, it was February 19th, 1979, and that's the day my life changed forever. My fucking mother died 6 months later. And for fucking basketball, I don't know when I quit basketball. Like, that was it. Once freshman year ended, I was so fucking upset that I just quit. I just quit completely and started doing drugs. If you don't think I lost respect over myself, it took me years to gain self-respect. And even with comedy, you think when I did The Longest Yard, I had self-respect? I was still a sack of shit. Even though I accomplished something that few people could accomplish without an agent, sending a tape and going in there and taking what was mine. Because I didn't take no for a fucking answer. I didn't give a fuck if they liked Big Pussy or Saragusa, whatever the fuck they wanted. They're not comics. And they never fucking... And that was the first time in my mind that I really gained respect, because I said to myself, fuck that. They're not taking that from me. That belongs to me, and I'm going to get it one way or the other. And I fucking got it. Does that make me better than you? Not at all. Not at all. I'm still that fucking guy that quit basketball and quit fucking karate and was robbing and stuff like that. It made it a little better. What gave me the respect that I have for myself today is that I stuck with comedy. And I stuck with it when I was in the lowest part of my life. When I had to walk away from a daughter and living in a fucking basement and sleeping in a car. And through all that, I saw something. And today, I could live with myself a lot better than I did when I was fucking 30. How's that one for you? So whatever you're trying to do in your life, I know we spoke about frustration, and respect should be in there too. Learn what you should respect, which should be everything. I mean, I'm at the point of 80% that I respect things now, socially and around me. I can't respect that 20% because it wouldn't make me a comic. It's like I told Lee the other day on the phone. In the daytime, he's Mush. That's his name. Take a look at him. Smile for the camera. That's Mush. When he gets on stage, he's Lee Sayat. He eats ass. He sucks cock if he has to. He'll jump off a building, you know. When I'm walking around in the daytime now, I'm just Joey Diaz. And I have a child, and I talk to my wife, and I love my wife, and we have coffee in the morning, and we try to hang out at night. When I go on stage, I'm Joey Coco Diaz, and I'm kind of responsible for what he says, but I don't want to be responsible for what he says, because that's what makes me fucking dangerous. So thank you for listening. Thank you for taking the time, and I hope this conversation helped you a little bit. Before we go, do not forget, next Friday I'm at the Lincoln Theater, and Saturday I'm at the Borgata. It's all sold out. I can't wait to see you motherfuckers. I just added the 24th of August to the Ice House, a little workout before Labor Day weekend. And we got San Antonio, we got Dallas, we got Chicago at the Chicago Theater. Go to joeydiaz.net for all your dates. Real quick before you leave, listen, I talked to you at the beginning of the show about a few things I want to reiterate here. I want to talk to you guys about Upstart, okay? Listen, I know you're at that age, you got out of college. Listen, most of us have found out the hard way. Getting into debt is easy. Getting out of debt is the hard part, especially if your FICO score isn't just great. Thankfully, there's Upstart.com. What Upstart.com does, they're a revolutionary lending platform that knows more than just your credit score and offers smarter interest rates to help you pay off high-interest credit card debt. Listen, from 91 to 2011, I was pretty much in debt. And it's a nightmare situation to be in. If you need help, this is the way to go. Because Upstart goes beyond the traditional FICO score when assessing your credit worthiness. They actually reward you based on your education and your job history in the form of a smarter interest rate, okay? Upstart believes you're more than just a credit score. They believe in you, and they understand that. So they make it fast, simple, and easy to check your rate in just a few minutes without affecting your credit score. Are you hearing me? Without affecting your credit score. The best part is, once the loan is approved, most people get their funds the very next business day. The next business day. So you could be on your way to taking care of this credit problem immediately. Over 200,000 people have used Upstart to pay off credit cards, student loans, fund their weddings, or just make a large purchase. Free yourself from burden of high-interest credit card debt by consolidating everything into one monthly payment with Upstart. Now, see why Upstart is ranked number one in their category with over 300 businesses on Trustpilot, and hurry to upstart.com/church to find out how low your Upstart rate is. Checking your rate only takes a few minutes, and again, it will not affect your credit score. So do me a favor. Find out how low your Upstart rate is by going to upstart.com/church. Again, that's upstart.com/church. CHURCH. The church is also brought to you by my favorite, On It. Listen, what can I say about it? For 7 years, I've been using On It products for about 8 or 9 years, especially the Alpha brand. Keeps me sharp, keeps me in tune. I do a little cycle from time to time. I'm about to start another one. I love Alpha brand. Shroom Tech Immune, I can't live without. Shroom Tech Sport I use, but it makes my lungs go too crazy. But I love it to death. Do me a favor, go to onit.com right now. Take a look at the great supplements they have to offer you, from the whey protein powder to the MCT oil. They have some products that will blow your fucking mind. Go to onit.com right now and press in.
Church.
And get the best supplements delivered right to your door, and I'm going to give you 10% off, okay? Plus, they're having a tremendous sale anywhere right now. So go to onnit.com right now and press in.
Church.
And get started today with the Alpha brand so you're ready by the fucking holidays to stab a motherfucker in the neck. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I want to thank Upstart.com. I want to thank onnit.com. And most importantly, I want to thank you guys for another great week of the church. Don't forget, it's August 1st, motherfuckers. It's on, bitch. We got 5 more fucking months to justify our existence before 2020 comes in. 5 months, 2020. What the fuck are you thinking? Do me a favor, Lincoln Theater, next Friday night, the 9th of August. There's still tickets available. And that's it, and that's that. We'll see you bright and early Monday morning, tip-top motherfucking Magoo, ready to get you started for another week. All right, I love you, cocksuckers. Stay black, and see you Monday morning ready to go. Kick this motherfucking Muley.